Hello, hello. Okay, so trying something new today. Let's see here. So this one doesn't look super good with that blue thing, but the problem is when I switch to this, you sometimes can't. Okay. Okay, I think we need to change this a bit. Let's see here. Embedded stream, blah, blah, blah. Background capacity. Let's see how that looks. Let me see this one. Whoops. There we go. Hello. Yes, 10,000 sub. Special. It's not that special. So let me see here. Yeah, so I was hoping that I could get to this. I could be streaming when it passed the 10,000, but I was making dinner, so yeah, I couldn't. And as you also can see, I tried adding this NVIDIA remove background. Looks a little weird in the edges here, but the idea with this is that it's so that I don't take up that much space on the screen as I'm doing when I'm using this one. See, I'm blocking out more stuff here, so yeah. I don't know. Now we try this and then let's see if my computer crashes. And also, I'm hopefully live on YouTube, Twitch, and on the Steam page, the Fireworks MANIA Steam page. Just trying new stuff to see if it have any benefits at all, streaming, multiple places. If it have any. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, it also works here, so we can see it works there too. Problem is I cannot get the chat from here into the chat I'm seeing in OBS, but yeah. Yes, this stream's gotten fans in the last 2 weeks. Yes, I'm a fancy boy. No, I'm just... Hello, Mr. World Green 12 subscriber. That's a subscriber on YouTube. Most likely not somebody that is in here, because the reason I gained all these subscribers lately is because I have been trying out some promotion on YouTube. So I've taken 2 of my videos, like the beta trailer, the multiplayer beta trailer, and this normal video I have on my channel, which is sadly very old. I should do a new one, but I haven't had the time. But this 1.5 years of game development, that kind of explains the story of how I started making this game. Sadly, it should now be called like 5 years of game development. But anyway, the video still explains how it started, so that's okay. So these 2 videos I've promoted via YouTube for actually not that many money, and the funny thing is that YouTube is telling me like, okay, you got let's say like 300 subscribers due to this, but as you also know, I had 800 or 8,400 or something like 2 days ago. So I don't know how they do this calculation, how it works, but it's real YouTube promotion. So it's not like it's not a fake bot scamming thing. Get 10,000 subscribers for $100 or something like that. It's pure normal YouTube promotion. But I can't help thinking that YouTube might be a little creative with it, because as you can see, I gained almost 2,000 subscribers in 2 days. I haven't received a single comment from any one of these guys. Maybe one. I can't. That was maybe one comment yesterday or something like that. But I'm not sure that person came from the ads. And also you can see in here, like, it says, which is actually a bit weird, but it says we're only 4 concurrent viewers. We used to be more, but maybe also it's the timing, because normally I'm not live now. I'm normally live like 3 hours ago or something like that. So that's a bit weird actually. But anyway, I have 45 minutes, so let's not spend our time on this 10k thing, because it's not really that important, and you can see it have really no impact because there's only 4 people here. Normally we are 10-15 people, so I don't know what's going on, but I guess it's the timing of it. But I see, you know, Miss J and Matrix and Amnesty. Do you notice anything different in the quality of the stream, except for me down here being little bad quality due to this background removal? But do you notice anything about the quality here? Let me open maybe some. In a moment this will open so we can see some text. Because I'm streaming a bit lower bitrate than normally. Do any of you recognize the map in the in-game pictures channel? Ah, let's see. It looks familiar somehow. I'm not sure, but it looks kind of familiar. Anyway, meanwhile this is loading. We can get some text up and running this like this. Okay, so could also do. I so look like a tutorial champ on YouTube when I'm doing like this. Anyway, you know of interactive game, but in 3D. No, okay, that doesn't say me. That doesn't ring a bell, Mr. J. Sorry. Okay, so what happens in the last time? If you didn't see it last time, we made the custom fuse work on the new shell mortar system. So so now you can, and it's not fine-tuned yet, and I can do more to make it a little more simple to use for modders, but it does work. And today I was planning on, I won't do it, I only have 45 minutes, so I won't do everything in this, but I need to make the mortar reloadable. And then if I get to it, I will try and make the fuse, and these two might be connected actually. Want to make the fuse invisible when the fuse is used. And this is different because you can say, oh, we have that logic already in the game. Yes, but this works differently due to the way things are put together, and to make it work in multiplayer too. So yeah. So let's see. Hello, Beyond Tech, all around the world. Keltusar here, Mr. J. Magnus og Myggen. Yeah, I know Magnus og Myggen. I'm a little too old for it, but I remember it was there. I was not a kid when that was around, but at least I was a teenager or something like that. Sprouse leaf? Sprouse leaf? I don't know. I'm so bad at words. But hello. Welcome to you too. Let's see, what can we... Yeah, so here's the chat. I'm trying not to have the chat on the screen now. We can't do it, but... yeah, basically I can do like that. Then we have... that looks weird. We'll just keep it on this one, because this is kind of the chatting with the chat screen, basically. And then when we are looking at stuff, we are actually looking at it. So, like this. So, let's open up here. So, let's try and make the mortar reloadable. And to some extent that already works. But the problem is that you can't ignite it again. You can reignite the fuse, because the fuse is currently made to only work once, basically. So I need a way to reset it and reset and make that sync to clients. But let's make it work on the host first. Okay. Let's see here. This one. Okay. So, okay, just to show what we did yesterday, just for the ones who was not here yesterday. So let's go full screen here. Let's go in here. Let's take a look. Do you want to add any other maps in the future, or keep it like this and that we need to download community content? Well, community content, there will always be more community content, of course. But I do plan to add more maps. Yeah, I do. But the thing is, it has to feel like a in-game map, and well, in the future, modded maps can also have destructible things. That's the plan, at least. But right now, the big difference between the built-in maps and the community maps is that the built-in maps has a lot more destructible stuff and all that. So yeah. So yeah, we crossed the 10K relay. But leave, yeah, that's the plan. But right now, as I also have said before, content is not the focus. Features and features both for players and features for modders to be able to build the game to be better is the focus. And once I get to some kind of state where that is working and is good enough, then I focus on some more content, because I have many ideas for content. Not so much for fireworks, maybe, because the mod community is already doing that much better than I am, but maybe for some other stuff. But yeah, let's make it work first. So let's take a look here. Oops. So we have the shell here. We have the here. So we have this little umbrella lookalike, because we have a, okay, maybe I forgot to explain here, but now we put a shell into a fuse, and the modder, myself right now, but the one who created the shell also specified that this is the model of that fuse. It doesn't look very good or anything, but it shows the logic working. So now when I ignite this one, it ignites and shoots up. Boom. And first thing we see is that the fuse is still there. So let's fix that, the visual thing first. And right now, as I'm saying that, I actually have no idea how we should do that, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. At least we need to go and look at some code. That's how we do it. Let's see. Okay. Also, let me fix some other thing I saw. I don't know if you saw it, but I saw that the nope. So we need to have the effect. See, the effect is not at the here. So do like that, and this one should also be at the center. So we have that. Nope. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's see here. So let's look at the mortar here. So once we put a shell into our mortar, it triggers this network variable with the ID of that entity that it needs to place inside the mortar. Yeah, also, I don't know if Guanaco is here, but I also, this dependency resolver thing, I also implemented some caching logic here so that it doesn't go out and do this find object every time it's called, because it should only do that once for now, because yeah, there can be some issues if you need to get something that might get deleted during gameplay, but this is mainly, this resolver, dependency resolver, is mainly used for managers and stuff that is kind of living through a full game. So like when you join a map, things are alive and working, and it's not deleted doing that. And then when a new game starts, a new map is loaded, then it starts all over. Anyway, what happened to the fuse? Could you bring the map in without destructible stuff, because you can go into the houses and make a stash? Yeah, so I don't know what you mean, BioNTech, but you can disable it in, as Keltusa is all around the world. Keltusa is saying you can disable the destructible. The in settings you can disable destructible and ignitable things, so it doesn't ignite each other. So if one go off, it won't ignite the other ones. You can turn that off. But talking about houses, and somebody also asked for Leaf asked for content before. Some of the content could be more kind of gameplay kind of like, because people likes to do stashes. So in the future it would be nice, I can imagine it could be nice to have some kind of system where you didn't have all the fireworks. You had to kind of earn it somehow, so you can buy it in game, not for real money but for in-game currency, and then so you kind of earn up and then do your stash, so you can kind of, you know, brag for other and stuff like that. That could be funny. How exactly it should work, I don't know, but I think people, I see people do a lot of these stash photos and stuff like that. So I think it's something people want, but yeah, not right now. I have one more question. How about game optimization of the game? Because every time I start it up, my PC goes all out with its fans. So if I ask too much. No, it's okay. It's okay. Well, I'm constantly trying to update the game, optimize the game, and already it optimized in many ways. So I keep doing that, but I also keep adding stuff. So, you know, some of the gains I do by optimizing, I also spend that on new logic. Like for instance, multiplayer is more heavy, you know, because it needs to do stuff and get information for other players, and the host needs to do stuff. So there is a lot of stuff more going on with just having multiplayer on its own. But there's a lot to say about that. But I am doing, it's not like I'm just never looking at performance. I am a lot. Really. But yeah, as Keltusa also says, it depends on what you're talking about, Leaf, because your fans shouldn't spin up completely crazy just being in the menu, because the menu is super simple and it's just like a video background playing and then some UI. So that shouldn't really be that hard. Once it loads a game, then use all your CPU to load as fast as possible. But then once you are in a game, then of course it depends on how well optimized that map is and how much you are firing off, how much physics stuff you have going on and all that. Yeah. Oh, Troxy, I see you say congrats on the 10k. Yeah, thank you. And Gonako is here too. Yeah, hello. The hardware temperature, yeah. Okay, so the shell fuse is instantiated here, and we need to have a reference to that actually. So let's do like this, and it's actually a shell fuse. So let's do like this. As mentioned before, I'm missing a lot of checks for null and a lot of error handling and stuff like that, but that's not important in this stage where I just needed to work or figure out the logic how to make it work. So I need a reference to this shell fuse. So now host and all the clients have instantiated that on themselves and enable it, and the fuse is also placed at that position, so that's good. So then when it's shooting off, we should basically just go down and say okay, yeah, basically we should just destroy this one, really. So but this only happens on, let me see here. Oh, does it? So that's also happening on... Oh, that's happening on both client and host. So that's fine. So we delete that. So... yeah, so the fuse should now go away. Yeah, the fuse should now go away once once it shoots off. Let's take a look. Dum, dum, dum. Yeah, you feel my pain, right, Amnesty? People always asking, optimize, optimize, optimize. This game is horrible optimized, blah, 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 blah. I'm always, just think you can never win them all. So, but it is correct that I have to pay attention to optimization, and modders have too, Amnesty, so you can't get around it. And you can also see that it, but it have, in your case, because your mods are the, you know, you have the most mods and most people have your mods installed and are using them, it have a huge impact on the download size and memory usage. So it's for sure worth it. I hope you feel that too. So let's see if it... That was not how this was supposed to go. Is shell loaded? Yes. Destroy fuse objects. I shouldn't do it down here. I should do it here. So of course it should happen after the launch effect and the shell effect are playing, and then we have this line here where it waits for the effect to go away, and really this should actually go up because yeah, I'll look into that. It should actually happen up here too, because you could launch it and then right away put another shell into it. Anyway, so let's actually do that. No, we can't, because if we null this out, then we can't do this. But then I could put into another variable. Yeah, let's wait with that. That's another issue we will run into later. But this one, now it should work, because as I made it now, the fuse would go away once the effect was done. Like all the smoke is gone and everything, then it would go away. Yeah. While it loads here. Can do. Okay. Bird bangers. Yeah, bird bangers. Yeah, the problem is Gonako and other mothers for that matter. There's a lot of stuff that they can't do right now. They can't do yet. Due to a feature that we are missing for YouTube, from Unity, from the NGO team. Yeah, I actually just asked them yesterday again if what's the status is, but they said that they were working on something fantastic for 1.8, and 1.8 just went out, so I think they might, or maybe they're looking into it now. Let's hope so. But let's see. So that limits scripting modders like Gonako a lot in what he can do, due to something I won't go into now. So anyway, did you see it work? See? And I know realistically, wow. Okay. Is the stream lagging a lot for you? It's just my preview of the stream is like crazy low FPS, but the game is running fine here. What about also? Okay. Okay, now it's better. No, now it's terrible again. Okay, and the entire preview is really weird. No, anyway, it works. It generally makes a huge difference. Well worth it. I'm almost done. Yeah, and I guess so. I guess too, Amnesty, that you also doing this process, you also cleaned up a lot of stuff, right? I guess it's much easier for you to update the mods now because you have put one mod being one mod in Unity. So I guess that's how we're doing now, right? You have one mod file per mod, really, that can contain 10, 20, whatever pieces of fireworks. I guess that would also make it a lot easier for you to maintain in the future and update and fix and stuff like that. For me, it looks like the game is running really laggy and your webcam is smooth. Okay, that was weird. It was my preview was super laggy. I don't know what happened. What about now? So it's fine. You can see that the FPS here, it's on my screen, it's running fine, but on the preview and also on your end, it's super laggy. It could be this background removal thing. I could try and remove that, maybe. I don't know if that makes a difference. It does. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't really. That was weird. So, but we have these issues too. Let me just go back here and do like this. I don't know why it's lagging like that. It could be tons of things. Anyway, it's running fine on my machine. It's only on the stream. So let's see. if it continues or it's just my machine being tired for the day. So basically we did fix that issue with the fuse going away. We could also, yeah, maybe let's also let me see here. Unable to find. That's okay. So there's also an issue. Let's first of all start up a clone here so we can test with a client. And meanwhile, that starts up, which can take some time. Let's do a check here for, as we talked about, as I said before, I need to check for null and stuff like that, but it's not that important here. And now I'm running into a problem where it actually is important, because the thing is, once the fuse is, once the shell has gone up and it's done, we get to this segment here where it says the loaded shell entity ID, set that to empty, because it's clearing out the mortar basically. So when the shell has gone up, we clear out the mortar so it's ready for a new shell to be put in. And it sets it to an empty string. So up, and that triggers this code up here, which just blindly tries to look up that empty string. And obviously it can't, because, you know, there is there is no entity with empty string. So we just do a check and say if null or empty. Null, I can't be that, but so can we do like that? So if null and empty, we just return. So we don't do anything. So that should avoid this logic running if we try to look up an empty string. And I also needed to do a check here, because this could also be null and then we shouldn't continue. But we take that when it becomes a problem. Anyway, let's see if we can make this work. And I think this current version I'm using of Unity have an issue with going full screen in the game view, because at least yesterday when I tried, it kind of won't lock the mouse in. So the mouse, when I'm controlling the player, the mouse is flying all over the screen. So let's see if it works today. It's much easier for me to show like this in full screen here, so you have it, and we can even do let's do it like this. So see here again. So the mouse cursor is here. So if I go over here and click, I just enable this window over here. It's so annoying. It's really annoying. But it's I think, and then I can click this one. It's a bug in Unity, I think. Anyway, let's go in here and let's not complain about stuff. What? Come on. Okay, it's already 7:30, so I don't think I will get anything more than this done. Let's just test it out, and then I actually have to leave. Why? Come on. No. Jesus. Yeah, and that cleanup you have done there, Amnesty, and simplify things, that stuff I'm also in the game doing, you know, continuously as I'm developing it. Sometimes I have to spend time doing housekeeping, basically, getting rid of stuff I don't need anymore, figure out what I can put some elsewhere, I can delete, or yeah. So I also do that, and that's actually very important when you are doing a game. Because if you don't do that, you just end up with a big mess. That is not like this. No, but this is not really the game. It's just this. It's not always super reliable. This parallel sync here, which is basically just a package that makes a copy of your project, so you can have the same version, 2 instances of Unity running from the same code base, and this way you can have a host and a client on the same machine easily, without having to build a client, because before you had to actually build a client to be able to test things with a client, and that is very time consuming. So this is much neater. And this is an external package. Unity have something in the newest version, in the 2023 version, which will eventually be called Unity 6, that, as I understand it, supports this natively, or something like this. So you can have multiple instances running within the same, from the same instance of Unity. Again, super cool and useful for developing multiplayer games. So let's try and put a shell into one of these from the start, and then see what happens if... I didn't join. I created my own. We of course need to join the other guy, so maybe it's better that way. Oh, by the way, YouTube, what about the quality now that I'm doing stuff? The quality of the stream, is that fine? Is it crisp and clear and everything? Because I have to stream a little lower bitrate when I'm also streaming to Twitch. And YouTube is kind of complaining about it being a little too low for 1440 p or 2K stream like this is. Okay, so why is this not working? Let's just do like this. Whoop. Don't we agree that this one didn't have a fuse before? Okay. Okay, so now there's a fuse. So what happens if we do like this? Does it work? Okay, the fuse is not... Client is not allowed to write to the... Yeah, okay, we need to have some... yeah, okay. Yeah, I know why. Yeah, again, it's because this is a little special one. Yeah, so... this one is a server. Then we do like that. So only the server will set this, because this can only be set by the server and not by anybody else. Okay, let's try this last time and then I'm off. Let's see. Mr. J, it's good on YouTube, it's fine. Okay, perfect. So let's see if it works now. And we need to do this. So let's try again, where we spawn a tube, and then we put a shell into one of them. Again, the reason I'm doing this is to test that once a client joins, he's actually synchronized correctly. So I have, that's why I'm doing it this way. One without a shell and one with. So the client should hopefully see the same. But that's what I think he didn't before, right? Yeah, you can see. So you see, right now it doesn't have any. And then if I move it, then it have. And that's weird. That's weird. I have to move it to... Oh! I think I know why. I don't know why this is still not there. Or still there. And this is where we get into the multiplayer thing of doing something on the server and some other stuff on the clients. So if we do... Nope. Okay. But at least it works on the host. That's something. And I also think I know why this is not. I think this is because I think I need to put this out in a method and then call this one once it's spawning. That's why it's not working for the client in the first go. Okay, so I think actually it was a very short stream, I know, and it was not at the time I used to, but that was because the day here today was a little different with work and wife being out and me making dinner and stuff like that. So it was a little different than normally. But I was hoping I could be live when we hit the 10K, but apparently that wasn't possible. And this was also the first stream going to YouTube and Twitch and to the Steam page. So I will try and see what I'm testing out the waters here because as I'm going a lot more live lately, as you have noticed, I'm trying to see how I can reach as many as possible to make people aware of the game. So I'm trying that stuff out. I don't know if streaming to the Steam page is a good idea. But the title, I don't know if you can see it here. I don't know if the title, yeah, I don't know if people are doing that, you know, developer working on the game. I put that in the title here. So, because normally this is gameplay, is the developer playing the game or a streamer playing the game. But I just want to do something different. So, and I think that I would think that a lot of indie game players might also be interested in the person, and maybe not in the person behind, but in the work behind it. So yeah, I'm giving it a shot now and see what happens. If it's if it's making any changes or anything. Yeah, think out of the box, exactly. Yeah, but I don't have time to do these amazing intros every time I go live. So I can't keep up with you on that one. But that's for sure your niche and your specialty. Yeah. So yeah, trying out things. But I keep being live here on YouTube, of course, because that's where the main audience is and where I used to be. And I think really that YouTube is the future for this also. But that's where I have the largest audience when you count subscribers. But as you can also see on the viewer count here, subscribers means nothing really. So yeah, I think it's more professional and comfortable with your webcam without the green screen. Yeah, so you don't like this one. It was just because I saw another video today or yesterday, I can't remember, where I saw that it was super easy to do. You just right click on the source and add a filter saying NVIDIA remove background. So it was just like, okay, let's try that. But it, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So this is how it used to look, and also, yeah, I also enabled this. Normally I used to have a cut, so like I cut between the things like this, and then I have another transition thing like this where it moves. Whoa, whoa. But yeah, I might just stick with this one. I don't know. That's not so important, really. It was just for fun. But I kind of also I can't figure out if I like the look of it or not, really, to be honest. What? Ooh. Inception. Okay, that's enough for today. So very little done, very little progress, but that's mainly, yeah, due to, as I said, another time than I used to, and I have to do some other stuff and blah blah blah. So yeah, but it's moving forward, not very fast today, but moving forward with the Mortars and Shell, so that's good. And yeah, I think that's it. See you in the next live stream or video, but most likely live stream. So anyway, see you, bye.